Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you all? Very good. How are you all?
Very
good. I thank you, Sarah, welcome you all in another Sunday vibrant meeting number 623 at Millennium City Toastmasters Club, where we meet to be an inspiring leader, confident speakers, and better listeners. So, are you guys all excited for the today's session?
Yes.
Because we have two reasons for today's session, right? What?
Tall Tales.
Tall Tales. And next is our TMOD. So before dive into today's session, let me welcome our guest, and I would like to request our guests to give brief introduction and what makes them bring here.
My name is Sanjay Sir. Today is my first day to this club, so I got to know all the stuff from one of my friends that really helped me on this professional journey to development and reflection skills. So I joined here to experience what advantage to get to learn more about developing communication skills.
Hello everyone, my name is Kapil. I just searched fascinating clubs here in Gurgaon, and I just found those person and
Yes, sir. Your brief introduction and what makes you bring here.
Hi everyone, my name is Abhishek Kumar and I am from MDA Gurgaon, and I recently joined Toastmaster Club, and this is my very first meeting out there.
So good morning to everyone. I am Shobhan Modi, and I am also a student at India Gurgaon. I recently joined the Toastmasters. This is my first session.
Hello everyone, this is Ajay. So I am also from MBA Gurgaon in the International Business Batch, and this is my first session.
Hi everyone, I'm Abhinav. I'm also from MBA Gurgaon. I'm actually the division at MBA Gurgaon Toastmasters. So I have attended a couple of competitions directly, but this is my first informal session outside.
Hi everyone, I'm Rahul. Good morning. I'm also a student at MCTC Tall Tales here. I'm from Gujarat. Glad to be here.
Hello everyone, my name is Deepak. This is my second Toastmaster class as a guest. What made me bring here it is my wife Shreya. So she is a regular Toastmaster member, and I'm seeing her journey, inspired by her journey. So looking forward to
Your brief introduction and what makes you bring here.
Hi, good morning everyone. I'm Karan Arora. So this is my first Toastmaster pilot. So I got to know about Toastmaster through a website. So that's how I'm here, and I'm open to exchange with all of you. Looking forward. Thank you.
Now it's time to invite our TMOD, Toastmaster of the Day, who is going to take you on fun session or tall tales. Someone who joined Toastmaster in 2022 by profession is a data scientist and a very respected member, very good human being, and served as a president for 4 consecutive times. Let's welcome our TMOD, TM Rahul.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nancy. A beautiful morning, everyone. I hope you had an awesome Navratri.
Thank you. Yes.
My name is Rahul, and I believe you might have heard my name. If not, it's fine. Nobody knows nobody's name. Everybody has to die one day. Who cares? But today, you will have to care for what I'm going to share today. As next week, we have the most awaited and exciting session called Tall Tales. Basically, it will be a contest, and all the members from Millennium City Toastmasters Club can participate. And it's up to the EC from other clubs, if they want to invite, they can invite as well. Before we move forward, for the benefit of guests, especially for folks from NDI, a typical Toastmasters meeting is divided into, is the AC on?
Let's start.
Let me restart. A typical Toastmasters meeting is divided into 3 sections. The first section is that of prepared speech, where members who have prepared in advance will be giving their respective speeches. Second section is that of impromptu speaking. We call it table topics, where members as well as guests can also participate. You will be given a topic and you will have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Finally, the most important aspect of any Toastmasters meeting is that of evaluation, where our dedicated evaluators will be sharing the feedback and the areas of improvements for the speakers and the meeting in general. In each meeting, we also introduce a word of the day, and today's word of the day is meticulous, which means very careful and with great attention to detail. Synonyms would be thorough, diligent, exact, precise. One sentence example could be, our weekly education is very meticulous in organizing and setting up the agenda for the meeting. Am I wrong? Sorry?
Continue. You are going very perfectly.
I encourage the speakers to use the word of the day when they are on the stage, and will show thumbs up whenever the speaker is using the word of the day as a sign of encouragement. Okay, moving forward. Now it is time to invite the joke master for the meeting, and today's joke master is someone who is an associate director of digital transformation at Concentrix. He loves watching movies, reading, singing, and his name is Aritra. He will try his best to make us laugh. Let us invite the very talented and the very talented.
Two people sitting in a bar, and one guy tries to start a conversation. He speaks out. Sir, what's your profession? The other guy. I'm a dentist. Where do you work? I work in the mouth. Sir, I'm really concerned. How do you use this hand to catch hold of the jaw and take out the tooth? Oh, don't worry. I use this hand. So tell me, sir, do you use any ether? Just enough to make sure that I don't hear any scream. Sir, I just want to ask you something. I have a sensitive tooth. Do you mind if I go to your clinic to have a checkup? This guy says, oh, don't worry. I will just have a look at it right now. And then he looks at it. Hey, sir, this is my ear. What's it doing in your mouth? Sir, this is my mouth. That's your finger. Sir, tell me something. Did you ever take out the tooth, incorrect tooth? Oh, never, ever, never. I never took out the incorrect tooth. In fact, there was this one time I took out the tongue. It doesn't.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya, for making us laugh. I could see a lot of people laughing. Now it is time to invite someone who is going to lead and explain the role of evaluations and evaluation as a whole. And today's general evaluator is someone who is an architect by profession, whose hobbies include music, public speaking, networking, and whose name is Toastmaster Dimanshu, our past president. Let's invite the president.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for a gracious introduction. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It is said, greatness isn't born. It is built through constant evaluation. Every great person you know, be it the Prime Minister of a country, President of a country, great athlete, or a scientist, have honed their skills by receiving evaluation, accepting it with grace, applying it, and repeating the process endless time. That's how success is achieved. That's how a great person becomes great. This is my job today as a general evaluator. I will be evaluating this meeting as a whole, along with the speakers and the evaluators. I have a team of evaluators ranging from the auxiliary role players to the specific speech evaluators and table topic evaluators. They will ensure that they give you targeted evaluation so that the speaker can improve and hone their skills in the next speech. To begin my session, I would like to invite the three auxiliary role players who will explain their roles, so what they are going to do in the whole meeting. And then at the end of the meeting, I'll come again with my report with my team of evaluators and will be evaluating each and every section of the meeting. First, I would like to invite the grammarian Toastmaster Keshav. Toastmaster Rahul, please explain his role.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Good morning. I am Anu and I am your grammarian for today. As a grammarian, my role is to have keen observation for the good usage and creative usage of grammar and all the errors in the grammar. And I will submit my report at the end of the meeting. And along with that, my role is to introduce the word of the day, that is meticulous. That means showing great attention, and synonym is detail. The sentence would be, his meticulous approach to data ensured the report was error-free. So, whenever any speaker uses the word of the day, show a thumbs up. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anu. Now I would like to invite our founder for today, Toastmaster Kaveri.
Hi everyone, I'm your accountant today, and my role is to keep track of those little filler words that sneak into our speeches when we are thinking, like so basically. And in the head of the meeting, I will represent my report. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite our timer for today, Toastmaster Sumit.
Good morning everyone, I am the timer for today and my role is to monitor the time taken by each member at each segment of the meeting. So starting with the prepared speeches, we have a time duration of 5 to 7 seconds. 5 to 7 minutes. So at 5-minute duration, I will be showing green card. At mid-time duration, 6 minutes, I will be showing yellow. And at maximum time limit 7, I will be showing red card. After showing red, you still have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech.
And the second segment is table topics. Here we have time duration of 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute duration, I will be showing green. And at 1.5 minutes, I will be showing yellow. And finally, at 2 minutes duration, I will be showing red. Finally, we have evaluations. For evaluations, we have 2 to 3 minutes. And at 2 minutes duration, I will be showing green. Then 2.5 minutes, I will be showing yellow. And finally, at 3 minutes, I will be showing red card. I will present my report at the end of it.
Thank you, Master Sumit. With this, we will join you back at the end of the meeting with our evaluation team and evaluation report. We, as the team of evaluation, will try to present you with a meticulous evaluation report. With this, back to our dashing Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dipanshu, the general evaluator. I hope the evaluation team will perform their duty and responsibility with meticulous observations. Now I want your utmost attention because I am going to talk about the tall tales. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Excited as well?
Yes.
Let's get started. So today's theme is tall tales. I'm not sure if you will believe it or not, but today in the morning when I checked my car, it actually broke down. So I decided to use and book an elephant ride through Rapido so as to beat the traffic and reach in time. And I actually arrived early. That's dedication. That's who I am. That's why people like to call me a very good, meticulous human being. Sounds a bit exaggerated, right? That's the world of tall tales, exaggeration. Number one rule of a tall tale speech is exaggeration. And number two rule of tall tales is that you follow rule number one. Exaggeration, exaggeration, exaggeration. Now, if I specifically talk about tall tales, it's like storytelling on steroids. They are entertaining stories that stretch the imagination and truth of both the storyteller and the audience. According to Toastmasters International's rule book, a tall tale speech must be highly exaggerated, improbable in nature, and must have a theme or plot. You don't have to randomly just exaggerate. There must be some plot and theme. Why do we need tall tales? Why does it matter? It matters because it is not just storytelling. It is not just fun stories. It's about improving the skills such as storytelling, humor, wordplay, word selection, and audience engagement. Now let me give you some examples. For example, instead of saying, last night my car broke down, so I called a mechanic, he repaired. Instead, you can exaggerate and say, last night my car broke down on the highway, in the middle of the road. And I picked the car with one hand and changed all the tires with my other hands. Example number two. Let's say we all know the fact that a child who once used to sell tea or chai became prime minister. You can exaggerate and say, once upon a time, I saw a child selling 1 rupee tea or chai for 10 rupees. I was so impressed with his persuasive skills that I recommended him for the post of prime minister. Nowadays, I come across a lot of news, and I'm not sure that was a good decision or not. Now, Instead of saying you saw an ant and an elephant together, you could say, once upon a time, there was an ant and an elephant. They fell in love with each other. After a couple of months of dating, they decided to get married. But there was a problem. Their family was against it because the ant was from another species and the elephant was from another species. They were against because it was interspecies marriage. So they did what they could do. They ran away and got married. Just imagine the ant holding the hand of the elephant in the rain. So this is the context of a tall tale speech, where you just have to extend the boundary of imagination. You have to exaggerate. Now let me show you a clip of especially a video from a contest, tall tales contest. I will request everyone to please.
It's like even the audience has a 360 view.
Please bear with us because we have limited resources.
Got to hand it to me, Neil's Lightfoot.
You may notice that I have very expressive hands. There's a reason for that. It is because I am a professional hand actor. When a movie scene calls for a dynamic and yet nuanced hand performance, I am the go-to guy in the movie business. The lead actor might have tremendous talent, but may not have the critical skills to pull off a memorable hand performance. Perfect example. Do you remember Robert De Niro in the movie Taxi Driver, where he portrays Travis Bickle, a disaffected taxi driver? Do you remember that iconic scene where he's talking to himself in the mirror? What, you talking to me? You talking to me? And then he pulls his gun, points it in the mirror, the camera zooms in, and in that moment, that hand expressed all of the anger, the frustration, and ultimately the madness of Travis Bickle. That was my hand. I lost 30 pounds to prepare for that role. I remember after that movie wrapped, I was sitting talking with Bobby, and his friends call him Bobby. We were sharing a bowl of rigatoni, and he said to me, "Neil, you are hands down the best hand actor in the business." That was the greatest compliment that was ever handed to me. Another example, Jack Nicholson in the movie A Few Good Men, where he portrays a Marine colonel. Do you remember that classic scene where he's being cross-examined by Tom Cruise? And the camera continues to cut to his hand on the side of the witness stand, drumming, until finally he grabs the side of the witness stand and squeezes tighter and tighter until finally he explodes. You can't handle the truth! I am. I went through Marine basic training 3 times. to understand the military hand. I remember Jack and I had a little falling out when that movie first came out. The reviews started coming in, and all the critics could talk about was that amazing hand performance. I remember one headline, "It's time for a hand category at the Oscars." Jack's people didn't like that. They got on the phone, started calling all the newspapers and magazines. Next thing you know, all the reviews are about Jack's intense performance. Now, I love Jack, dear friend, great actor. But I just thought that was a little underhanded. Now, I have worked with presidents as well. If you remember the presidential swearing in almost 4 years ago, do you remember the close-up of Obama's hand on the Bible? Of course, the makeup people did a tremendous job making that believable. But it was a very difficult shot. I had to hide behind Michelle Obama in order to stay out of the camera frame, and Michelle was right here, if you know what I mean. And I had to reach around in order to position my hand. Very difficult shot, very. Well, Robert De Niro, Jack Nicholson, the Obamas, I could go on for hours. But my time is up. But you have been a tremendous audience. Please give yourselves a hand.
Okay. So did you like the speech, Tall Tales speech?
Yes.
He was actually the winner of district level Tall Tales contest. And how to craft your own Tall Tales speech. First, you must have some context, or it should be somewhat related to the reality of the experiences you had. For example, in the speech, the speaker talked about how expressive his hands are, and he associated with different movies that we are all familiar with. Second point to be noted is that you just have to exaggerate a lot. And third thing that is required in a Tall Tales speech is a conflict. For example, he talked about the conflict between him and Jack Nicholson. He wanted there was a headline related to Oscar nominations for Best Hand category, but it was not there. There was some falling out. You need some kind of conflict. Then a Tall Tales, not necessarily, but it would be better or it would be best if you could add humor. I've never seen a Tall Tales speech that is not humorous. So if you want to win the Tall Tales contest, please add humor. But it is not necessary. You could, if you want to avoid humor, being humorous, you could. But yeah. Finally, you have to conclude with a twist, with a proper ending. For example, in the speech, the speaker concluded by saying, applauding the audience and saying that you were just really ready to handle something. So these are the 5 points that you have to keep in mind while creating this speech, Tall Tales speech. Now moving forward, if I talk about general rules about Tall Tales speech, regular speeches are usually 4 to 6 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes. But Tall Tales speech is a little bit shorter. It is 3 to 5 minutes. Max
3 to 4, right?
3 to 5.
4.
It's 5.
I don't know, like last time it was 3 to 4 minutes.
Last time also it was 3 to 5 because I had 1 minute something. It is 3 to 5 minutes, obviously 30 seconds towards the lower end and towards the higher end will be given as a grace period. So max time you will have 5 minutes 30 seconds and minimum time you will have 2 minutes 30 seconds. I repeat, 3 to 5 minutes, 30 seconds grace period, lower end, upper end. Clear? Okay, do not write a very lengthy speech or very short speech. About originality. About 20% of the content can be borrowed. You can copy from somewhere, reference, keep references to anything. But it must be quoted. You must mention that from where you actually took the content. 25%, I would say be original, but still, if you want, you can copy 25% of the speech. Now, scoring of or judging criteria of all these speech is very similar or exactly same as that of international speech contest. You will have content and that will have 30 points out of 100 points. Content can include story structure, opening, build-up, climax, organization, smoothness. 55 points are for delivery. You could see how expressive he was, the body language, the speech movement, hand gestures, vocal variety. Out of 55 points, 25 points are the use of exaggeration or humor. 15 points are body language. In the body language, it's not just about body language and stage movement. Appearance also matters. So if you could be come in a formal or semi-formal attire, that would be great. It will not matter much, but 5 points maybe. It depends on the judges. And 15 points are for vocal variety, your volume, tonality. Lastly, 15 points are for language, the grammatical brilliance, pronunciation, and word usage. So are you all clear about tall tales, the criteria and everything? So do you want to create a tall tale speech?
Yes.
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 I needed a bit more excitement, but anyway. So what you have to do is that you have to add 2 to 3 max lines to. I'll start the story. I'll give the opening, and you have to keep on adding 2 to 3 lines, and make sure that we have to exaggerate. We have to have humor. It should be related, and it should have humor, and there should be conflict if we do that. Okay, let me start. Today, suddenly I woke up. I looked left, right, up, down. It was 4 a.m. in the morning. Bit louder. And you have to take minimum time as much as possible. Whatever comes to your mind.
As it was 4 a.m., so I slept again. Then I woke up at 8 a.m. and I went to gym. Then I back. My house was vanished.
Okay, so only 2-3 lines. So she woke up again at 8 a.m. and the house vanished. Yes.
Yeah, I missed the metro, so I called the TMOD, so he will arrange another metro, and that's why I came here on time.
Okay, so you did not go to your house because it was vanished, and you booked another metro with the help of TMOD, and you missed here Toastmasters. Yes.
I went up at 4 a.m. and I slept again. It was my exam that day and I missed out.
You have to link this story. You don't have to. You have to start from where it was ended. He is here.
What we need is
You will need to continue with the story?
Yes.
Okay. PM Modi said that I would be very
Grateful to help you out.
So, we will go English, but you know this.
Perfect people who can do. I think it's very difficult for these small devices.
We also okay, let's get started. Just quickly, I do not take time.
Okay.
I was not
Yeah.
that will take
From the metro, continue from the at the metro of me and drive up the.
Okay, please agree to.
And then I decided at the wrong station, so I went back to the same way. I found that one common Toastmaster club has been formed at Connaught Place, and more than 1 lakh people are attending the session.
1 lakh people is Toastmasters.
And then I called Mukesh Ambani to help arrange snacks for everyone.
For 1 lakh people, we have Mukesh Ambani arranging these snacks. Yes.
So while having those particular snacks, I found out that with Mukesh Ambani there was this entire family who came in, including Anand, Akash, Radhika Merchant, and they also called Rihanna and all the celebrities
Okay, so
because it was such a large gathering.
Okay, complete family came.
Okay, then as usual, though that family was serving everybody, and just to my surprise, PM Modi was serving tea.
I told him, Prime Minister, I don't like your channel. It's just not my cup of tea.
Then Ambani to accompany Ambani, Adani also came.
So I invited Donald Trump, Elon Musk.
I said, give me 100 millions to all people who come here. 100 millions to all another company.
Each participant got
Each participant 200 million as a cash prize.
And then Trump so impressed with my performance. He said, what are you doing in India? Come US, you want to
When all of this was happening, I could see a dinosaur, capturing everyone's eye. Surprisingly, I could only see it.
Yeah, I immediately called Rahul. Rahul came, so many women here.
We call Rahul. Rahul is me. And there are a lot of
Rahul and Rihanna were
started running here and there and everywhere.
So during that time I came across Virat Kohli and I told him how big fan I am and I also came across Tilak Verma. I congratulated him on Asia Cup win.
Sir.
Virat Kohli mentioned that he might separate.
after meeting Virat Kohli and Harish Rao, and they have conversation about that.
Such a gathering, then I realized my house is vanished. I should go back and find it.
When he went back to check about his house, he figured out it's been a mansion just nearby to his house.
Okay, now turn to mention.
When I found out that my house had become a mansion, I got to know that it was a surprise from Mukesh Ambani.
It was a surprise from Mukesh Ambani because he was going to live in the house with me.
And they lived there happily ever after.
The party continued and Rihanna proposed to Rahul. They were married and lived happily ever after.
But the last surprise was that was not our Rahul, that was Rahul Gandhi.
That's how we create always speech. Now moving forward, we are running out of time. Quickly get started with speaker one. Speaker one is Toastmaster Abda, and he is an IT professional in a FMCG company. He loves music and traveling. His evaluator is Toastmaster Anitra. I would request Toastmaster Anitra to share this speech objective.
One minute silence feedback from TMOD.
Okay, 1 minute silence for feedback. Okay, you should not miss tall tales because it It is going to be a lot of fun. The last time it was like bombastic. Do participate as well.
Look at the big state.
How do we nominate that?
It's fine, let's get it started with speaker one, TMOD. Feedback can be shared later as well. Okay. I would request Toastmaster Aritra to share the speech objective for Toastmaster Aritra.
Toastmaster Aditya's Pathways Presentation Mastery. Objective is the purpose of the speech is introduction to vocal variety and body language. Project level 1. Project number 3. Speech title is My Experience with Millennium City Toastmasters.
Toastmaster Aritra. Let's welcome. Toastmaster Amitabh, my experience with Millennium City Toastmasters Club, my experience with Millennium City Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Amitabh. Thank you.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
I have one question for all of you. What is the most difficult thing in Toastmaster Club? Please raise your hand if it is table topics. And please raise the hand if it is consistently and coming every Sunday to the club. Well, I have different experience. I found a question most difficult to me. Tell me about yourself and how you came to know about this club. On the first week, I was very much excited. But when the second week, the same question was asked, how the hell I will have a different answer this time? Immediately after the meeting, I reached out to Toastmaster Nancy asking her I want to join the club. She must be thinking that I am very much excited to join the club. But no, I was shit scared for answering it third time. Tell me about yourself, how you came to know about this. After joining the club, I informed it to my family. My son was very much excited and curious. He asked me, will you get paid for these activities? I said, no, I am learning there. I have to pay. Will you get paid once you will learn and become something vice president or president? No, even then I have to pay. It will be better if you join some comedy club, they will give you cold drink and chips free. My wife's interpretation was at the next level. She said, you guys have formed a club, meeting every Sunday, in the basement of some unsuspicious school and planning out to do something big. Now I can see the side effects of CID running for 20 years. Every house has one ACP Pradyuman. After joining the club, I was also added in a WhatsApp group, and every Monday, the next meeting agenda is published and the goals are offered at 7 p.m. sharp. At 7:01, all goals are taken. It is easy to book a card ticket on ICTC website by taking a role in this club. And what is left there? The role of grammarian. Grammarian? Seriously? I will prefer to get stuck in Gurgaon traffic for 4 hours than taking a role of grammarian. I make more mistakes in presenting the grammarian report than the entire session itself. Moving on, every Sunday it is not easy to get up on time and come to the club. I save at least 10 lives while driving to this place. And at the gate, I have to write my name, phone number, address. And the worst is, if 2 guys are waiting before you. Insane, I could have saved 2 more lives in that time. When I entered into the class, I saw a little chair. Little chair also looked at me and screamed, "Hello, are you going to sit on me?" I was designed for small kids. I told, in software industry, It is called load testing. I'm making sure that future generation is safe. Once I settle down, I take out my notepad, pen, write the date on top of that, and then I don't have any clue what to write after that. And while peeking into the neighbor's diary, he further hide that. I don't know who told these studious students, if someone will copy from them, they will lose out one of their kidney. In corporate world, it is called teamwork. Once the session begins, it starts with prepared speeches. I have not seen a bigger scam than this. The thoughts for which I could have beaten up like anything at home, I am presenting here confidently and getting a big round of applause. And then comes the table topics, my favorite. I love it. I already did 50% mastery of that. Raise the hand, come to the stage. And then I don't have any clue what to speak. Next is the speech evaluation. I feel very pity about these people. They are not allowed to tell the truth. They have to take a small piece of truth, do a lot of sugar coating, and present it like a delicacy. At the end, I have one question to all of you. Tell me about yourself and how you came to know about this job. Thank you. Over to you.
For the wonderful speech about your first day and especially start of your Toastmaster journey in the great MCTC Toastmasters. 1 minute silence for the feedback. QR code with the guest as well so that they can also share their feedback, valuable feedback. Members are requested to share the QR code with the guest as well. I could see few guests not being able to share feedback. One minute is over. Are you excited for the second speech?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's get started with the second speech. Our second speaker is someone who is a student. He loves reading, traveling, and watching YouTube. His name is Toastmaster Harsh, and his evaluator is Toastmaster Bhanu. I will request Toastmaster Bhanu to share the speech objective for Toastmaster Harsh.
Good morning, everyone. We all love stories, and today Toastmaster Harsh is attempting project 2 of level 1, which is connecting with storytelling. As part of this project, Toastmaster Harsh has to deliver a speech using a story or deliver a speech that is a story. All the best, Toastmaster Harsh. His timing is 5 to 7 minutes, and the speech title is Thinking is Overrated.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhanu. A big round of applause for the very young Thinking is overrated. Thinking is overrated, Toastmaster Harsh.
So, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, have you ever sat down to pull out your phone, look for something, and then when you look up, you realize that the sun has set. your dog has packed his bags, and your favorite TV show announced a new season and then cancelled it. My friends, yeah, if you have, I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. Congratulations. You are all on the enlightened, you are all on mastering the enlightened path of reaching brain rot. It's okay, fellow. Okay. If you have, I'm here to tell you congratulations. You are on the enlightened path of one of the greatest achievements of the 21st century. And that is to this path of glorious, beautiful, and deeply profound state of brain rot. Now you know what you are thinking. Brain rot isn't an ad. That's what they all want you to think. All your mentors, your teachers, your boss, your managers, they all want you to think that reading books, having deep intellectual conversations is a good thing. But no, that's not the meaning of life. It's a big chore. Who has the energy for that? I'm here to tell you that an empty mind isn't a wasted mind. It's a peaceful one. The goal is not to think outside the box. The goal is to forget the box entirely. So you see, I wasn't always this enlightened in my life. I used to have thoughts. I used to think about Web3 and blockchain, how it's going to disrupt fintech. I used to think about AI and semiconductors and global world orders and things like that. But then, on one magical evening, when I was on a date with my girlfriend, I realized that, okay, so she was just scrolling on her phone. She was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Okay, her thumb was like a blur. Her thumb was like a blur, tiny hummingbird on this digital envelope that we call our smartphone. I was about to say something that I crafted very well in my mind to her. But then my phone buzzed. I was annoyed, but I had to look up. Maybe it was a call from the office. So I took up the phone and I saw it. Oh, it was Mark Zuckerberg and Sam Altman, two great CEOs of tech companies on a video call with me. Mark said, "Don't interrupt her," pointing at my date. "She's in the zone. She's achieving a flow state we only dream of at Meta." In that case, it was renamed as Meta. So Sam Altman nodded, yeah. We live in an AI world. You can think of our human mind as an AI model. You see garbage in, garbage out. If you don't feed in the right amount of data to it, accurate data and verified data, then it also spatters out garbage. So we thought about this problem in the world. For many years, humans have been consuming these big, thick books of geometry, trigonometry, calculus, and whatnot. Not only science and maths, but also of philosophy and of other fields. And we realize that there's a problem in this world, that people are thinking too much. They're reading these long, boring books with no pictures, complicated ideas, and all useless critical thinking. That's a mess. We don't want to do that. But your girlfriend, she's sourcing the purest form of data. 10-second dance reels of people wearing the same oversized clothes and baggy jeans and white sneakers, holding the same Stanley Cup and drinking from the same Starbucks coffee. You see, the world is getting united. You're all becoming the same. This is the premium fuel for her mind for tomorrow. Mark added, listen, we have a meticulous plan, a meticulous multi-trillion-dollar plan to bring brain rot every person on earth. Why be burdened with complex ideas when you can just watch a fat cat fall off a chair and then laugh for 2 seconds before forgetting it? I was about to thank them because of the enlightened information that they gave to me. I was about to thank them when a rogue idea came into my mind. But wait, Mark Zuckerberg, didn't you tell in one of your interviews that you do not let your own kids use smartphones and be on the internet for like more than 2 hours a day? And then the screen froze. The face, which was moving at 60 FPS, was a blocky mess. I think the internet got disconnected. Maybe the billionaires also have internet issues. Or maybe it could be just the submarine cables having some issue again. And this is the truly magical thing about brain rot. Yeah. Okay, so this is the very truly magical thing about brain rot. If you don't know, there is a thing in psychology. There are 2 ways basically in which we feel time. There is a short-long way, and then there is a long-short way. The short-long way is when you are in the moment, when you do not feel the time just passes. So in prospectively, thinking about it prospectively, the time passes. But when you think about it later, retrospectively, you have a lot of memories. So it's called short-long. And the opposite of that is long-short. When you're having a boring time, the time doesn't seem to pass. So it feels long. But when you look on it retrospectively, you realize that the time passed in a jiffy. Well, with the introduction of these 30-second reels, shorts and TikToks, we have a new category in this domain that is called short. You spend a lot of time. In fact, some people spend hours. You know, my girlfriend. She spent hours watching reels and YouTube shorts and things. But then, after an hour, when I asked her what did she actually remember from it, and she can't even name 2 to 3 reels. That's a very efficient way of spending your time. So, dear Toastmasters, I urge you, the next time you feel a deep complex thought bubbling up, resist it. The next time you are in a gathering with your family or siblings or friends, and all of them are on their screen, and you have an urge to break the ice and start a conversation. Resist that. Instead, take out the phone from your pocket, open Instagram, YouTube Shorts, whatever, or you can even use TikTok through a VPN, and scroll. That's it.
I would request everyone to please be aware that when the speaker is on stage, please do not enter or do not leave the room. You can do so during the transition or when the applause is happening, so that we do not disturb the speaker, even though the speaker was destined to forget, but the trigger point was when someone entered. 1 minute silence for the feedback. president of the great Millennium City Toastmasters Club. She is working as a subject matter expert at Physics Wala. Her hobbies include content writing. Her evaluator is Toastmaster Mukesh. I would request Toastmaster Mukesh to share the speech objectives.
So Nyanchi's pathway is presentation mastery. Objective is the purpose of the speech is for the member to inspire the audience. Project level 3. Project is elective and the speech title is Beyond Weather Talk. I wish all the best to Nyanchi. Speech title is Beyond Weather Talk.
Let's welcome. Toastmaster Nyanchi, Beyond Weather Talk. Beyond Weather Talk, Toastmaster Nyanchi.
Have you ever walked into a room full of strangers, guests, looked around, and you thought, what do I say? Who do I talk to? What if they think I'm boring? It happens, right? That used to be me. And honestly, sometimes still is. Then I found something magical, life-changing. Not in a self-help seminar, not in a motivational YouTube video, but in a very simple book named How to Talk to Anyone. And no, before you ask, it's not a magic spell. It is just a simple book which tells you that conversation is not only about impressing people with your words, it's all about inspiring the person. How many of you judge someone within 10 seconds of meeting them? Actually, we all do. That's a human nature. Right? When I joined Physics Wala, first day of my office, I went with a stiff smile that says, please don't ask any question. And guess what? Nobody did. But if you enter somewhere with a floodlight smile that book suggests, the kind of smile which you show when you meet your old friend at the airport, people pulled closer, not pushed back. That's the power of presence. Next question is, how many of you hate small talks? If I ask you, nice weather, isn't it? Most probably you will say yes. Then, just an awkward silence. What to say? So, drop little breadcrumbs. Instead of asking direct question, ask invite stories. Don't ask how was your weekend. You can ask, hey, what you have done on your weekend? And I tried this with my colleague. He suddenly lit up. He told me about his puppy, he told me where he has gone, everything he told me. So small talks doesn't need to be too small. It must bridge the connection of real conversation. You may have someone in your life, most probably, that only talks about themselves. Blah, 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 blah. Right? And how many of you try to escape them? Now contrast the situation. You are that person and you are talking about yourself. Someone else is listening to you so intently that you feel that you are the most important person in the whole world. So you have to be like that. Because, my dear friends, conversation is not only about talking, it's all about listening as well. Now the next part, which truly inspired me. When was the last conversation you left uplifted? And when was the last conversation you make someone feel uplifted? I guess no. Or we may not remember. Because whenever you are talking someone, people do not remember your words. They do not remember your clever thoughts. They do not remember your fancy vocabulary. What they remember, how you make them feel. A smile can make someone whole day. A question can make someone seen, feel someone seen, and a listening can make someone feel which no advice ever will. So today, I challenge you, tomorrow, whenever you meet someone, greet like he is the most important person in the whole world and smile genuinely. It will make the whole day of his. And whenever in the next conversation, ask a question that goes beyond the weather. And listen like he or she is the most important person in the whole world that you don't have any other person apart from that. Because, my dear friends and guests, conversation is not all about impressing people with your fancy vocabulary, with your fancy thoughts or words. It's all about how you make them feel, how you are uplifting them. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Nayashi, for the wonderful speech. 1 minute silence for the feedback. Dinner is over. I would request everyone to please raise your hand. Everyone. Okay. Are you all excited for the table topic session?
Yes.
Yes. I was expecting that you will keep on raising, but anyway. Now it is time to invite the table topics master. And today's table topic master is Toastmasters Shriya. She is product and solutions manager, and she loves public speaking, comedy, and problem solving. Let's give a thunderous round of applause.
We all had a great session with great speeches. Let's take a step back to the initial part of our session, the tall tales. Have you ever wondered, we gave a speech and felt we were a little too exaggerated? Say for example, the fish that you just got turned out to be a whale? Or a simple walk to the metro station turned out to be a 3-hour jungle trek? Well, congratulations, you just created yourself a tall tale. So today's session, all the tall table topics will be around tall tales. So don't hold back. Let your imaginations fly. Exaggerate. Let everything that you feel, you can talk about it. You can bend the reality. Tall tales is not about that you are saying that is unbelievable. You just have to say something and people should wonder, what? Can that happen? That way. So, usually we encourage choreo approach in this speech, but here, because this is going to be more of storytelling and hypothetical topics, so you can use 3S approach. One is spin, one is first is setup. You can talk, say something, you can start as while I was walking to the office. I was walking to the office, so this is something that is real, so that will help audience engage. Second is setup, where you can actually exaggerate, add the creativity, like for example, my scooter suddenly grew wings and I started to fly. And third is spin, spin, where you can have to actually end it with a punchline. Say for example, my scooter, I reached office with my scooter, flying in an economy class, something like that, just to end your speech in a reality note. So on that note, who would be my first great speaker? Please welcome me. Okay. So here, Madhya, your first topic is, I'll give you a good one because you are already a seasoned speaker. Okay. TM Alexa, tell us how you single-handedly stopped a storm just by using an umbrella.
Guys, this was in Philippines, 2020. And there was a tsunami warning. The Philippines government actually approached me, and there was I. I was working in Alabama. So I got the phone call, and as usual I didn't care, because I knew probably that would have been my wife. So I generally tend to ignore. But somehow for umpteen reason, the calls kept on coming. So I picked up the phone, and there it was. I was asked to stop the storm. In fact, that was something which I also have done in India as well. But somehow I was not regarded that much, and that's why I went to Philippines. So the storm, as was expected, there was close to the storm was around 200 km/h. And I was absolutely patient because I knew how to stop it. Now there were various options that were open to me. Some told that I can meditate, some told that probably I can ring a bell, but I had my own idea. I had this amazing umbrella. The umbrella which had a Mandrake sticker on it. I don't know whether you guys are aware of Mandrake. Are you aware of Mandrake? That guy is a comic hero. He's a magician. Yes, I'm a Mandrake fan. And just like Mandrake, it was just not about the umbrella. It was my belief that I can stop the storm. So guys, whenever you are in a turmoil in your life and you think that this storm will ravage you, trust me, go deep inside and go back to your belief and to the period where you actually fought back. And trust me, you can fight any storm. Thank you.
See, this is all about imagination. How you can transform. Remember the 3S. First is setup, spin, and last is surprise with a twist. Okay? Now, who would be my next great speaker? Come, Keshav. TM Keshav, your topic is, how did you manage to cook a meal so good that the president called you?
Okay, so good morning everyone. This year I started a gym membership, so I started to research how I can, how to track your calories, how to reduce your body fat, and how much protein intake should I take. So I also started to learn how to cook chicken. So and I am the only non-vegetarian one in my house. Both my parents are veg, but I am really know how to cut chicken or shed off its skin, but I'm glad that the guy at the meat shop offered to do that part for me. So I got a vegan chicken, I washed it, I followed the recipes online, and it said, and it had tons of different spices in it, which I did not even know the name of. So what I did was open the namak dal house and put 1 teaspoon of everything in the chicken. And when I cooked it, it tasted really great, and the aroma was so inspiring and good smelling that I forgot the topic.
How did the president call you?
Yeah. So I suddenly saw that the Modi was at my front doorstep with a tumbler full of chai, and then we both enjoyed a great meal together, and that's it. Thank you.
So who would be the next guest or someone?
It was from India.
Yeah, anyone. Guest Abhishek. So your topic is, tell us about your secret friendship with a talking tree.
So hi everyone. There is a friend of mine, a banana tree in my village. So whenever I talk with him, he used to tell a future about me, or not about me in every aspect. So I used to earn from that tree. I charge 100 rupees to tell a future about all of you. So if anyone wants a secret of his or her friend, they can come to me and pay me 100 rupees. I will tell her one big secret of his or her friend. And there are lots of couples who comes to me of every age, of my age, also older age, also 50, 40 plus age also. They want to know the secret of their spouse, and I really enjoy a lot. And whenever I see, whenever an old age person comes to me, and he or she is desperate about to know his or her spouse or family friend's secret, I used to charge a lot. I used to charge 500 or 1,000 rupees. So that's the USP of that's the first business I did, and I earned a lot, and that's how I come to India, and I fund all of my fees from that earning only. So that's one aspect of my tree, banana tree, which is talking, and that is one of the secret. And if anyone wants a secret, then you can come to me, but not without payment. You have to pay me.
You can speak it.
Guest Abhinav. So your topic is, you were invited to join Shark Tank India. What impossible product did you pitch?
Hello Sharks, I am Abhinav and I present to you this whiteboard. Now, what is so special about a whiteboard? Well, as you can see, it's Millennium City, it's great, it smells great, it sounds great. I like the smell of the marker. You like the smell of this board. You can write and you can erase. Power of writing is in your hands. You can write whatever you want, in whatever language you want, whatever pace you want. You can write anything. You can write anything what's in your mind, whatever is in your heart. You can write anything. And the best part about this whiteboard is that it does not memorize. It does not retain what you said. It's not permanent because it gives you a second chance. It gives you the opportunity to remove anything that you have ever said. That is the golden opportunity. Words are spoken. They are like an arrow. Once thrown, they can't come back. But words on a whiteboard, this is your practice. This is how you practice. Now think of it this way. Before I came here, I knew the topic. I might have known the topic. I might not have known the topic. But what did I do? All I did is this marker. Well, this marker just ran out of ink because I practiced so much. That is why this whiteboard, and this is so special because it does not memorize, it gives you a second chance at life. Thank you so much.
Who would like to come? Please come. Yes, Deepak, your topic is you accidentally turned your boss into a frog. How do you fix it?
So Deepak one day went to his office like any other normal day. He started from his home at 9:30 and his office, trust me, it is a very, very distant place from his house. He takes not more than 2 minutes from his car to reach his office. It is a so much huge distance. So while he was entering his office, he greeted his boss, "Hi, good morning Ashish," like any other normal day. Once he just said, "Good morning," slowly and gradually he was seeing Ashish, who is 5'10" of height. He was shrinking. And Deepak was just out of his mind at what is happening to Ashish. And Ashish suddenly turned into a frog. And Deepak wouldn't have imagined all of these things because, frog, what we have imagined, what is the memory of frog that we have from our childhood? What frog does? It is turtle. But for Deepak, Ashish is an idol and he cannot, think of Ashish to do turtle. So this was very shocking for Deepak. Now whether he has to continue with the same office and reporting to a frog, or he has to do something to convert that frog into original Ashish again. Deepak is practicing meditation a lot, and Deepak has learned one thing very beautifully. That if you show a person and try to show a person and try to connect him with his own real self, then one fine day the person will become his original self. So what Deepak did is Deepak did lose hope. Again and again, every other morning, Deepak used to reach out to the office and just make Ashish remind that what he is capable of, what are all the great things he has achieved. And he gradually helped Ashish turn from frog into Ashish again.
Thank you, Deepak. I wonder those many days wherein Ashish was a frog, we would have went out for a vacation. Okay, so who's going to be the next one? Yes, please. Yes? Okay, yes, then have you. Yes, Papa. Okay. So your topic is what happened the day your Wi-Fi signal became so strong enough to contact Mars?
It's 2050 and Wi-Fi is super fast anyways, and people are trying with possibilities of what we can do with that. And then suddenly Albert Einstein got into me, so I was wondering what could I do. So there is this physics lab in MBA where we never go. So I just tried that I will be there, and there's this red button that we never are supposed to touch. So I thought, let's give it a shot. And I pressed it, and suddenly, God knows what, maybe a frog that appeared in front of me and said, "I'm from Mars." I couldn't believe, so I called Elon Musk because he has already been there. So then he told me, "This is me, 2050." So I was trying to rethink about this whole situation. So I was just wondering, why did this frog came from Mars to this place, right? So, and then there's this brand called Lacoste, which had a crocodile. So when we look at different brands, which have different brand animals, logos. So in 2050, frog is like a very renowned species, I guess, and maybe Elon Musk decided to make Twitter logo as frog. So that was why the signal came from Mars to here, and then and yes, maybe all of us can travel to Mars. That opened up a possibility for that. And yes, the Wi-Fi being so fast, so it could open more verticals into more other planets that we can think of traveling as well. And yes, and then I pressed the red button again and came back to the normal pace. Yes, thank you.
This is the quality of Tall Tales topic. So you not only exaggerate the past, the present, but you're also able to predict the future. Okay, so who's next? Yes, please.
This would be last.
Last?
Maybe yes, it's last.
I think. Yeah, please.
You can bring him as well.
Yeah,
Let them have conflict.
Okay. Okay, Satya ma'am. So your both of your topic is, you can speak one by one. One day you woke up with the power to read minds. What chaos follows? Describe the situation. So you can take different situations and describe.
Can you repeat the topic?
Yes. So one day you woke up with the power to read minds.
Okay.
So what is the chaos that follows? Describe the situation.
Yes. So suddenly I saw my boss in the office and I could read his mind. So he was thinking that to lay off these many people in the office, and I came to know that early. And I wrote a letter to the chief executive officer telling that yeah, this is the plan that is making. So please do something about it. So the chief executive officer called me and told, how did you know that? And I told him, no, I had a conversation with him, so he had told me this, and this is a very wrong thing to do. So what happened next was, CEO has laid off him and made me the head of the company. So that is how I ended up becoming the HOD of my department.
Well, then I went to him. I had the power to read his mind, and he had the power to read mine. So I started a conversation. What did you do? How much muttering have you done with the boss? And not only inside what I spoke, he knew what was going in my heart. So he said, listen, don't just panic. I am the HOD now, and this has been a unanimous decision by the upper management. I knew he was just using diplomatic answers. So I tried to tell him, see, I know what you are doing. I know that you have been inviting him, the CEO, to your dinners and parties. I know that. And he saw the anger inside me. So he said, come on, you are getting very angry, even though you are not looking at me, you are inside, and you can see you inside, so have a cup of tea with me, and we just sort it out.
Rajesh. Yes, Rajesh, and thank you for hearing me. So with this, we would like to end up the butterfly session.
the evaluation. You can use restroom, you can gossip around. We'll just have 5.
Welcome back to the session that makes Toastmasters Toastmasters. It's the evaluation section that is the most famous part of Toastmasters. Because in this section, you're not judged, you're given feedback, which the evaluator thought is the best for the speaker to improve. 2 points before we begin our evaluation session. First, to all the evaluators, follow the CRC approach. Give commendation, recommendation and commendation. Make sure that you use your time of evaluation well. Second, to all the audience. It might seem that the evaluator is only focusing on their target speaker, but it's not that. It's for everyone. It is said that the smart person learns from his own mistake, and the wise person learns from the mistakes of others. So be attentive. Listen to what the evaluator is saying so that you don't repeat the same mistake when you get the chance to speak. With this, let's begin our evaluation section. Our first evaluator is Toastmaster Aritra, who is going to be evaluating our speaker, Toastmaster Aritra. Can we have Aritra?
Toastmaster Aritra. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on your honesty and the great content. Amazing content, really kudos to you. The way you've written it is just outstanding. Second, I'll give it to you on your courage that you're part of Toastmaster, you've already paid, but you still chose to criticize about this club. Trust me, that is the mark of a true speaker who actually breaks the barrier and speaks up whatever is in his heart. Only then you will be able to make a mark for yourself. That's more about the good things, as you rightly said, that I'm not sugarcoating. However, coming to the bitter part, not the bitter part, but also the feedback. I would say that your content was extremely powerful. Okay. However, the way you were expressing that could have been done much better. In fact, I would say your main your main objective of this particular speech is vocal variety and body language. So when you are talking about or when you are throwing the content to the audience, there should be some amount of intonation. And if you can work on it, that would be splendid. Yes, I would probably not rate you that much on your vocal variety. On the body language, though you had some specific body language, which I saw it across, but I think it can be enhanced. So if you ask me in a vocal variety, I would not rate you that high. But from a body language perspective, I would still say that you are on a mediocre level, which can be enhanced. What I am asking you to do is, first, you have this entire space to yourself. You should utilize it. Secondly, when there are points, when there are questioning, when there is a conversation, you should show that feeling, or probably hand gestures, or probably facial movement, which will make a difference. I think in totality, it was a great effort. Kudos to you. You have nailed it. Specifically in terms of the topic, you were criticizing, but the point that it was so humorous and well put across that everybody liked it. Okay? So many more, I'm sure there will be many more efforts or sessions that you will go ahead and take. Best of luck.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aritra. Now I would like to invite our second evaluator, Toastmaster Rahul, who will be evaluating our speaker, Toastmaster Harsh. Can you have a short
Thinking is overrated. Today, Toastmaster Harsh, with his complex speech, great speech, I would say, made us all about thinking, what is thinking and whether it's overrated. how much time we are spending on our smartphones. I will presume that it was a sarcastic take on today's environment. How much time we are spending on looking on those short reels, keeping our mind too busy that we are not paying attention to our one-to-one communication, or when we are in a gathering, we don't talk, but instead we'll keep looking at our smartphones. So kudos to Toastmaster Harsh to bring such a complex topic with such a sarcastic take. He has all the elements of a good story. Contest. He set up the contest about his coffee shop days with his girlfriend. Characters, he himself, girlfriend, and then there are two exceptional characters, Mark Zuckerberg and Sam Altman. Climax, when he was about to propose this meticulously crafted proposal message, but there was no one to pay attention to that. And finally, the conclusion about the parents of today's smartphone generation. So good craft, good content message. It was crafted very well. Now I would like to come to the recommendations. See, Toastmasters Harsh, when you create such a great content and with a great message, with a sarcastic look, it needs a lot of practice. That I felt was missing in this speech. Since there was not much practice, the message lost its essence. So I would recommend that when you prepare such a speech, put a more emphasis on the practice part. Practice, practice, practice until you nail it. That's the mantra to be a successful speaker. No matter whatever content, even if it's a very ordinary content, you deliver it with a great practice and great vocal variety, it impacts everyone. So make sure that you practice a lot. And second thing, I would say, simplify your message. Because I found it very confusing, very complex. It would have been better that you would have kind of said that made things simplified. Because audience here, they want to think in the simple terms. Overall, it was great content, but needed a lot of practice and some simple messages as part of your content. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhanu, for a meticulous report. I invite our third evaluator, Toastmaster Mukesh, who will be evaluating our speaker number 3, Toastmaster Namsh.
Thank you very much. Speech title, Beyond Weather Talk. How many inspired with her speech? And what is the key message from her speech? Can anyone give me one line? Yes.
It's not about talking about you, it's listen properly so that they feel and ask the right questions and prioritize the person.
She inspired us. The most required skill where we don't focus, that is listening. And I think everyone listen this quote, first impression is the last impression, correct? And I think everyone raised hand on the 10 second one. That between first 10 seconds, we judge the person. Why? Because we judge. What about the listening skill that she taught? I really congratulate Yanshi for her speech. That's a very good engaging audience. She started with questions, engaged the audience, and inspired with his confident voice and pitch. She used entire space with her beautiful smile, and her smile is contagious. Each and every audience is engaged with his speech. His choice of word, uplifted. How you make them feel to others. That is inspire others. Because if you uplift someone's moods, might be it's a bad day for someone and you can make rest of the day for others. and the emotional connection of the using the records. And specifically, he used the book review, that is how to program it. But he precisely defined the whole things in a one story. Coming to the recommendation, I think it will be great if you add some one personal story to this. Like, okay, I did this to someone and how this is made you feel. It will make a very great thing. Other thing is stronger call to action. In the last, you abruptly said, okay, this. But might you can say that, hey audience, this week, let's make a action. At least make a one conversation beyond whatever. So that everyone can get inspired. And the last, little bit you have to work on the body language. You are doing something, but you have to just be honest. If you are speaking on one topic, you can say it. But yes, in the last, I will sum up. You have delivered a very good speech, and your voice expression is fine as well. Thank you very much. Over to you, Professor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mukesh. We'll now invite our table topic evaluator, Toastmaster structure, to evaluate all the table topic speakers.
So the table topic, Master Shreya, she explained the rule very well. She came up with good examples. She had a very good stage moment as well. She also used the 3S approach to explain to the audience how the table topic will take place. One, the recommendation to her, you went very fast while explaining this. I believe if you take some pauses, it will add more audience engagement. And whenever you speak or talk to the guest or the Toastmaster, try to do it twice, because that's exactly what we follow in Toastmasters. Otherwise, we had 7 great speeches. We started with Toastmaster Anitra. His speech was single-handedly stopped a storm using umbrella. Very good stage movement. Look, he had a very good stage movement. His conclusion was very good. One of the recommendations which I want you to follow, that whenever you come to other point, you look down. I prefer you not to do that because you are experienced Toastmaster that doesn't engage by the audience. And one of the recommendations that every one of the Toastmasters have said that we should start calling your wife on the audience because you use your wife a lot of times while speaking. So that it became good for all the people on the Toastmasters to get in. Second speaker was Toastmaster Keshav. His topic was how you manage your meal so that the president call you up. Very well crafted, very good speaking, the way it was very related to your life. It gathered a huge amount of emotions. It helped the audience to engage with it. One thing that you were standing at one point, the stage movement was missing, and a little body language to be added. Otherwise, it was a great speech. The third speaker was guest Abhishek. Your topic was secret friendship with talking tree. Good vocal variety. It was in a high tone, so it helped audience from one end to another to make sure you are there. The stage movement could happen better. You were standing at one position, or you can move a bit. You have a good stage here, you can move more long. It was relatable topic and nice thinking, so kudos to you again. Guest Abhinav, your topic was to what impossible product you want to pitch in the Shark Tank. Good vocal variety. Good moment on the stage, rather you were very meticulous on the stage. Good uses of words as well, good thinking, good improvisation. But one thing which I really want to say, that your topic was related to this part of it. If it would be better if you moved from one stage to another. Although your thinking, your speech was very much this, it required the stage, but it's better. Otherwise, good, very good. Guest Deepak, your topic was boss into a frog. You started with a closed hand, which we don't recommend. It shows that you were a little fearless, you were nervous. Otherwise, you had a great stage movement. But again, it's better if you speak a sentence while standing and then move. It shows the transition. Otherwise, it's a great story produced to you. The sixth speaker, guest Pawan. The topic was what happened when you have a strong Wi-Fi connected to mass. Good storytelling. You had a great examples. Good voice as well. One thing which I saw that you were very limited to stage, and one hand was stiff, it's better if you start moving more. It shows a lot of confidence and help the audience to engage with it. Guest 7, we have 2 guests, guest Rajesh and Toastmaster Man. The topic was power to read minds and what chaos it follows. I started with guest Rajesh. Good, the hands were closed. It's better if you open your hands. It just shows you are bringing positivity and sharing the same. Good storytelling. You started with real life example and started speaking of it, so that creates engagement with the audience. And little stage moment to be happy added. For Toastmaster Men, you added to the what guest Rajesh said. So it was a great moment. You used the words very well. The whole stage moment, to whatever extent you have, use it, but more can be added. You can use one recommendation that whenever he's trying to speak, you're not trying to speak to the guest, you need to speak to the audience, like look up front, like just give more engagement to the audience. Otherwise, it was a great session. I hope we all understand how important the tall tales are going to be, and just give a glimpse at how interesting this is going to be. So I request all the people and all the Toastmasters to come next week on following weeks that tall tales are going to come in, and let's have a wonderful session like that we are having one. On that note,
Toastmaster Saksham will now invite the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Anu.
Good afternoon, everyone. So here is my grammarian report. The word of the day used total 8 times. 3 times by TM Rahul, 2 times TM Dipanshu, 1 time TM Hers, and TM Bhanu used 1 time, TM Saksham 1 time. Some incorrect usage or improvement areas would be: someone used I checked my car would be I checked my car because it was past. It matters would be it matters because present participle. Some more related would be something related. It would be best or better could be replaced by it would be great. I needed a bit more excitement could be I was expecting. Consistently coming could be consistently comes. She was be thinking would be she was thinking. Little chair scream would be little chair screamed. It was past. Session began would be session began. A amazing session would be an amazing session. Namakdari in the Hindi word could be replaced by spice box. I enjoyed a bit could be I enjoyed a lot because it was past. How many inspired would be how many of you inspired. Engage the audience would be engage the audience because it was past. Some creative usage of words like TM Rahul used word of tall tales, exaggeration, thunder round of applauses. TM Amita used unsuspicious school. TM Hers mastering the enlightened path, brain rot, think out of the box, a little envelope, a smartphone, raw idea, retrospecting, break the ice. TM Nancy magic pill, stiff smile, little breadcrumbs. TM Shriya butterfly session. Guest Abhinav golden opportunity. Guest Deepak out of his mind. And TM Mayank unanimous. Some other creative usage by TM Aritra, break the barriers and splendid. TM Bhanu sarcastic and emphasis. TM Mukesh abruptly and TM Saksham well crafted. So that was my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anu. We'll now invite our counter for today to explain all the R's and M's we used. Please invite Toastmaster Kavya.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would say Toastmaster Rahul, Toastmaster Dipanshu, Bhavu sir, and guest Abhinav, right? Yeah, they were so excellent in Nancy, she used 2 times arms, 2 times so. And Keshav, 2 times arms, 8 times so, and 6 times and. Replicate. And Abhishek used 3 times and 4 times. Guest Deepak used and 3 times. And guest Pawan used 2 times, 19 times so, and 12 times and. And guest Rajesh used 4 times so, and last Saksham used 4 times. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaveri. Now I invite our last table topic, our last auxiliary role player for today, our timer Toastmaster Sumit.
Good morning everyone, I am Sumit. I will be sharing the timer report for today. Starting with the TMOD, the time allotted was 20 to 25 minutes and the TM Rahul finished in 24 minutes and 10 seconds. Next section was of prepared speeches. Here we had 3 speakers and the time allotted was 5 to 7 minutes. First speaker was TM Abhita, who finished in 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Next was TM Harsh. He took a bit longer. It was 9 minutes and 22 seconds. So you have exceeded the maximum limit. Third was TM Nayanshi. She took 6 minutes and 24 seconds. Next section was of table topics. Here the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes and TM Aritra took 2 minutes and 5 seconds. TM Keshav took 1 minute 53 seconds. TM guest Abhishek took 1 minute 21 seconds. Guest Abhinav did it in 1 minute 50 seconds. Guest Deepak finished in 1 minute 59 seconds. Guest Pawan took 2 minutes 1 second. Second last was guest Rajesh. He took 1 minute 13 seconds. And finally, TM Mayan took 1 minute 24 seconds. Our final section was of evaluators. Here TM Aritra took 2 minutes 39 seconds against the maximum limit of 3 minutes. TM Bhanu took 3 minutes 14 seconds and TM Mukesh took 2 minutes and 48 seconds. That is all from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sumit, for a wonderful report. Now I'll present my report as evaluation of the whole meeting. As a journal evaluator, my job is to evaluate the evaluators. That would be the first part of my report. Second part would be evaluating the meeting as a whole. Since we are short of time, it's only 12:30, I try to focus more on the areas of improvement. Please do not think it as a more of a pessimistic approach. It's just to save time and to mainly focus on the areas that is most important to us, which is the areas of improvement. Let's begin with our first evaluator, Toastmaster Aritra. Wonderfully followed the CRC approach. Only recommendation for Toastmaster Aritra is to use more time, to have ample amount of time left. Second is, when we are evaluating, evaluation itself is a speech. It's not only for the speaker. So instead of speaking you or the speaker's name, speak in the third person. That the speaker, the target speaker, the speaker did this, something we all could learn from. So engage the whole audience. That's the main feedback. Coming to our second evaluator, Toastmaster Bhanu. A seasoned Toastmaster, amazing report. Only thing that the recommendation I have for Toastmaster Bhanu is to not repeat the speech a lot. It uses a lot of your precious time as an evaluator. Second thing that I would recommend Toastmaster Bhanu is to avoid the use of diary. It's only a 3-minute speech and you already speak from your heart. The diary was just adding as a distraction. So instead of having a diary, just speak from your heart. That would do more wonders in my opinion. Our third evaluator, Toastmaster Mukesh. Same CRC approach, meticulous report. The recommendation for Toastmaster Mukesh is the same, to use the time well. A lot of time was wasted on repeating the whole speech and giving all that information. Second thing, the recommendation of Toastmaster, recommendation can be thorough because that's what the speaker is really after. So recommendation can be thorough, you can go more deeper. A fourth evaluator, which is a table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Saksham, meticulous report, is learning from the best. And the only recommendation I have for Toastmaster Saksham is that he tends to use very a lot. Very this, very this, very this. So have more synonyms in excellent and memorable and that way. That will just add more weightage to your report. To our grammarian Toastmaster Anu, again a really well thought of report. He has really improved a lot in his grammarian report. Only recommendation for Toastmaster Anu is instead of TM, speak Toastmasters. Both are two syllables only. Toastmasters sound more professional instead of TM. Our counter Toastmaster Kaveri, a well thought of report. I think she covered everyone. Timer Toastmaster Sumit, same, a well thought report. I think it's the first time as a whole it was really good and it covered everyone. Coming to the meeting as a whole, general. So there's a couple of the most amazing part of this meeting was our Toastmaster of the day and our table topic master. I think you guys have talked it before in the meeting, but having the table topic masters, telling the TMOD team was really good addition. It felt like the meeting was really well planned. So a huge thanks to the Toastmaster President, table topic master, a job really well done. Coming to the areas of improvement for the meeting. First is, I think today there was some EC members coming up late, so board was being set up as the meeting was started. So it happens, it doesn't happen quite often, so I would more emphasize on this point. The 3 points that I would like to emphasize, and this is for the whole audience, as a whole including guests and members, something that we need to help the EC and the EC need to help us. First is members comes in between a lot. This has tend to improve, this has tend to increase in I think past 2-3 meetings. So you identify who does it a lot and you request them to not do it because it really doesn't do good for the speaker. A speaker really prepares a lot to come on stage, and if you are coming in between, it really hampers the mood. Second part was that out of the 16 role players we have in normal meetings, 5 were not there when the meeting was started. So I think there are some repeat offenders. I will not say offenders because this is a community club, but something that could be worked upon, talk to them, something that they can inform us in advance so that we can plan better. That would be better. Third thing that I would like to say for everyone, which is, I think, which is something of a tradition that every time we come on stage and there's a transition happening, a handshake is supposed to happen. A lot of time, members are in a hurry of handshake, so the speaker is on just one step in the shake. So take your time, let the speaker come on the stage and then shake your hand. Same goes with when you start speaking. When you are transitioned to a stage, when you are given the stage, when do you start speaking? When the speaker who has given you the stage have seated well, then you start the speech. Take your time, take 2-3-5 seconds, let them settle down, and then you start the speech. If the speaker is between transition, that doesn't look good. That's a couple of small points that we can improve. Overall, I think it was a great meeting. I really learned a lot from the speakers, from the Toastmasters of the day, and the table topic session was really fun. With this, I'll hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Nancy.
Did you all enjoy the meeting?
Yes.
Yes. So, feedback form has already been shared. I request members to assist guests please with the feedback form. You can share the QR code. And within time, I would like to request our guests to give their feedback about the session. Voting form, feedback and voting form has been shared. My bad. Yes, guests, please give their feedback. Yes.
This is my first time.
You can stand up on your place.
This is my first time being to our Toastmasters section. So I really loved it. Lots of learnings personally. Basically in terms of how we use speech and all that. So looking forward to a lot of the meetings as well. And one feedback I about where we have to fill this form or something, we generally get to this one. But the rest is very well crafted. Love to hear.
Your feedback for the session, what you love the most?
See, I think this is my first session, and I think overall I enjoyed the vibe. There's a lot of variety in topics we discussed. I think a lot of good learning points were there. So yeah, I think it was a very good session.
So it was a very engaging session, and as a said, it was so much learning in this session. It was very great experience.
So this is the first time for me as well. I really liked it. Energy of everybody was on the spot, and I liked the feedback session a lot because you have a lot of parameters. You are evaluating the Toastmasters, the guests, giving opportunity to everyone, and really well done. Kudos to you.
Great session. I mean, we also know in MDA when we do our sessions, we don't have that many people who are also repeat. So just as a session, this was great to see how a proper formal session works. Also, we got to see how evaluation happens and then evaluation of the evaluators happens. So that is again something that I personally really was interested in. Thank you.
Yeah, so it was a good session. Learning was good. Couple of things I want to give as a feedback. One is when you call somebody, when you said Toastmaster X or Y, it is already a respect. So you need not say sir or ma'am. Toastmaster itself is a respect. So that is one. And number two is while our counter addressing somebody's homes and all, if it is more than 5 or something, you can say multiple hours or hours. I mean, it does not look nice in told 20 times or 30 times answers. No, I don't know exactly, but in other clubs they used to say 5 times means here they will say else multiple. So that is one. Thank you.
So I'm from MDA program. So this is actually my first session in this formal setup that how the Toastmasters actually works. So for me, I believe the learning was that the detailed feedback. Like you just don't just could tell someone that how someone can improve, but you go deeper. And also the feedback of the evaluator, just like we told that how the entire thing goes. I believe that for us India folks who are already really busy with our MBAs, so we don't really have too much of a time on that. But still being here, I feel that we get to learn a lot of things that we can work on.
So my very first session of Toastmaster, and when I joined Toastmaster, I used to get feedback, like there is some setting with feedback where we get feedback, but I don't know that kind of detailed feedback I am getting. The grammar part, the filling word, and the evaluation of evaluator, that's something really excites me. Like here there is a system of evaluating the evaluator also. I really enjoyed that feedback session, and also the vibe is very good. I look forward to join some more session as well.
I really like this structure. This was my first session and felt like a safe environment to practice public speaking. I was always scared of public speaking and giving speeches. So I joined the Toastmasters at India to do on that. Besides that, on giving some feedback for new members, briefing about online resources, how to use them. That can be added in your session.
This is my second session, and formally this is the first session what I am attending. I am having an experience of more than 15 years into corporate, what I am seeing is right now, I mean, this is the kind of platform that everyone needs, because it is a communication skill which, I mean, gives the impression to the another one, like what Nancy said, that it is the first 10 seconds which tells to the another person that whether that particular person will be interested in listening to you or not. I wasn't, given this much detailed interrogation or feedback till date, even from my MBA till today. And thank you so much, for all the great work that you are doing. I'm looking forward to continue my journey.
So for the membership, you can always contact Toastmasters Saksham. Can you please raise your hand? And results are ready. But before the results, we have one more award today. Can you guess it?
Toastmaster of the month.
Yes. So Toastmaster of the month for the month of September goes to Toastmasters Saksham. Now the award for the best role player goes to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rahul. And the best auxiliary role player award goes to Toastmaster Unforgettable. And the best evaluator, the one who is receiving second award, Toastmaster Saksham. Best tabletop speaker, guest Abhinav from Edinburgh. Speaker award, I would like to request PPN to come on the stage to give this to me. With this, I wrap up the meeting and I would like to request all of you to come on the stage for the photograph and followed by snacks. For the photograph.
My first thing is I think that yes, the speaker is speaking, I could have waited.
अरे ये